Night, every night, you search every day, live year, the same old way. Nothing ever changes, nothing ever changes, nothing ever changes, nothing.
It probably hit around 1991. When I had come back from college, I was, still at the crib with my parents and, just trying to find myself a little bit when I got back from North Carolina. And I started doing promos with Nick Wiz, who many know as a producer for The Dwellers. A lot of, I actually started out with him when he first got his first equipment. Back in the early 90s, this is before everything was programmed and controlled. You could actually make a promo, mail it in, and there was a chance that someone at the station would open it up, play it, and be like, "Oh, we can play this on the radio." And a lot of our promos got played. Wendy Williams, Kid Capri, Stretch Armstrong, Awesome 2. I mean, everybody who was popular in the know had an Emskee promo. What up, world? My name is Emskee, a part of the good people. What's going on? My name is Saint. Represent the good people. We're going back, let's say, 84. Just take it all the way back. This is still an age of modern technology, and you're actually physically going out to parties, taping stuff off the radio. So that's where I first caught the bug. Hip hop, that's part of hip hop culture. Taping, cassettes, all that kind of stuff. For those of you who know what cassettes are.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad. Thank you for letting me come down.
Thank you.
And bless the tables. You know what I'm saying? And
thank you, Em.
I'm a little upset that there's no food in here this week, man.
There's some pizza.
Okay. All right. What's up?
We didn't have a cook this week. But it's not about flip the script right now. It's about you. That was an awesome set.
Thank you very much, man.
Awesome.
Listen, I don't want to take too much time because, it's all about the music.
It's
not about talking.
There's no way where they can get the Stretch and Bob collection from.
Wow. Well, hey, listen, reach out.
That you provided for the music.
Stretch has digitized my whole cassette collection, and actually, I have great pride in that because I was a tape nerd growing up. I'm a music fanatic. I used to every Thursday go home.
Yeah, we're gonna
High Bias tapes.
We're gonna have some trivia soon.
So that helped because High Bias, of course, anybody who knows about quality of tapes, High Bias was the clearest, besides metal.
Yes.
Right? Then we had the normal bias, which was not good.
Well, that segues us neatly into talking about tape types. Let's have a look at the 4 different kinds of blank cassette you could buy, starting with the cheapest and worst on the left, working up to the best on the right. So we've got a ferro, a chrome, a ferrochrome and a metal. Convenient enough, those are labelled types 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you won't see many type 3 tapes around. This was a bit of a failed experiment, ferrochromium. So you've really got 3 different kinds of blank cassette you can find. Type 1, Type 2 and Type 4. Now some machines won't have those sensors, but you'll find a switch on them, and of course you've got to switch it to the right one so that it gives enough boost to the sound so it records it onto the tape. As I say, metal requires a greater, stronger signal to record onto than a ferro tape or than a chrome tape. Now, as far as pre-recorded albums go, they generally either put them out on Type 1 or Type 2 tape, ferro or chrome.
But no, all my collection is on high bias, and Stretch digitized my whole collection. So if you would like to purchase a piece of history, New York radio history, get at me.
Yeah, man, but that's where it started, and then all of a sudden, it just over the years, it just spiraled out into different avenues. Because a lot of people only know me as a DJ, and some only know me as an MC. But I do both.
We really weren't even. It didn't matter about getting heard. It kind of started with like ciphers in Long Island and Queens and things like that we were doing. We just started to make beats, things like that.
I really started getting serious about it in the early 90s, like I said, when I got back from college. In college, it was just like, hung out at the radio station, did a couple of shows in college, ran with a couple of, local crews down there. But in 91, when I got back, when I got with Nick, actually, we were making those promos and demos. And when I started making my demos, that's when I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go after this. Sent a promo to Kid Capri. He called me up, invited me up to WBLS when he used to spin on BLS in like 92. And even back then, I brought Wiz with me, Nick Wiz with me, who had another name there. I won't even blast him off like that. But I brought him up to BLS to hang out, to watch Kid Capri spin. And eventually I went on to, went to Kid Capri's house and, got to see his crib with all the tape decks, and those were major experiences for me in the early 90s. There were others, but just to answer your question, that kind of stuck out at me. We'll take back to 86, when I was in college. I had one like auto belt drive turntable. I don't even know what the brand of it was. And the other one was some big black kind of semi-digital. It had like a digital readout for the speed. They were two totally different turntables, but I was so happy to have them. And I guess managing mixing on those types of turntables back in the day, because everybody knows you hop on, nowadays everything's digital, so you have the quartz lock and everything locks right in. But when you learn to mix on equipment that's mismatched and kind of, raggedy or whatever, it kind of makes you a better artist, a better DJ, because you learn how to mix live records and compensate for little things that go wrong with each turntable. So I would say 86, when I was in college, the turntables I got were cool. I actually had a chance to sign with Polygram. This is back in like 92, I believe. But I didn't take the deal because at the time, Black Sheep was priority on the label. Black Sheep and X-Clan, I think. And they were actually telling me, like, listen, if you take this, and this is kind of cool because, A&Rs never really gave you advice. They kind of look for the suckers to take advantage of. But I had this dude, we had a really good dude. I can't remember what his name was, but he said, look, we want to sign you, but Black Sheep and X-Clan are a priority, and there's a possibility that you might sign but get shelved, and you might not come out for a long time. And I found that pretty cool, because he could have just steered me wrong, like, oh yeah, let's sign on the dotted line. And I just didn't take the deal, and I never really got another. I mean, we went to Wild Pitch. Anybody who remembers Stu Fine from Wild Pitch? We went to Stu's office and had a meeting. We went to Idler's Records, which was a division of Warlock. I had a couple of situations where I could have gotten signed, and Polygram was like the only one that stuck.
You could spin on controllers. You can spin on Serato and Final Scratch. You can spin on various forms of technology today. But you can't really say you're a real DJ unless you've practiced or considered learning the fundamental elements and instruments of being the vinyl DJ. It may be considered old and outdated by some, but skills honed without the age of technology garners a different level of respect, if true respect is what you're looking for within this craft.
I was like a different breed, man. I was always into my music. I always took it very seriously. And I kind of had an estranged relationship with my parents over the years. And it's only recently gotten better. And I would say that's only because my son was born, because I really believe if my son wasn't born, we wouldn't really have this relationship that we have right now. But my mother, she understands, she halfway gets it. My dad is just like, you know, so when you gonna start working? You know, and it's like I've always had my hustles. I'm not against, don't get me wrong, I'm not against working, but I always look at the whole gridlock of actually going out and going to a place where you go every day, someone is actually giving you things to do, and that's basically your lane. That's as far as it goes. And my mind is just, it's beyond parameters. So it's like, I just felt like I had to kind of follow this road, and it has not been easy. You know?
Real talk, I don't want to work for anybody else. I don't want to have to punch a clock. I don't have to answer to anybody. My craft is my passion, is my wannabe business. I've collected a lot of records over the years, a lot of music in general, whether digital or on vinyl, and I don't feel like I should have to do something else that's not connected with my heart. I think the element of DJing should always be represented in a great light. And for me, that's it, man. I just love touching people through music. I'm a weirdo. All of us are weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Even you. But nah, man. I just love musical energy. Every time you put a record on, or a song for that matter, it changes the energy in the room.
I was a very shy person, especially in high school, and I didn't really talk much. I'll even go so far to say I was a nerd in high school. Didn't really have a lot of friends, and actually, to tell you the truth, that's why music kind of became instilled in me, because it was the only thing that I felt like that didn't hate me. I don't know if that makes sense, but music is just been my best friend, man. You know what I'm saying? I've just kind of followed that path of trying to make it work for me, and I feel like once I left college and I started working with Nick, and then I did a couple of shows around the Jersey, New York area. It was just like I just felt a new confidence start to come in. Like, you know what? This is who I am. Because a lot of times, people don't know who they are, and you may not know who you are for a lifetime, but there are certain instances in your life where you take certain situations, you're like, yo, I learned from this, and I'm going to do this, and you push yourself forward to make something happen for yourself, and I think that's what happened to me.
Rap is out of control.
All right, this is what we're going to do. We got two MCs in the place. We got Emskee, and we got Sick Nature from the Snow Goons.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
They're going to kill the bed over there. I'm going to play this instrumental, this meticulous instrumental.
Okay.
Woo! And we're going to let them get busy.
Uh-oh. Let me see. Turn it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. In the spot, rap is out of control. Remember, take a picture, write it down. Listen. Hey, yo, a lot of MCs are walking around smitten in circles of bullshit spitting. Freestyles are written when they put on the spot. I recognize because they run out of rhymes and can't rock. I'm an example of how to be naturally nice, to keep it fat and precise and choke hold it. Dedicated to a standard of mastery while others are blasphemy. I'm no jokes molded. M-train to the crib out in Bushwick. It's definite Brooklyn standing up in this pulpit. Scope focus on props as the target. I trigger reaction when a brother wanna start shit.
Emskee. Listen. MCs with gimmicks should be diminished like blacks from baseball. Tracks should never lack the guarantee they can lace y'all and get your neck sore while I'm spitting this blaze raw. So when the people cop it up, they get what they pay for. I smack slacking any way it takes form with a reprimand attack, raining like a storm. And some try to swell up like an umbrella, but they're not yet developed and need to shut the hell up. Yo, this is grown man advanced for the children rap. I stand firm against the radio and TV crap. It's the authentic, I stream like a webcast. Because I write it on lines, you can see it blast. Emskee, brother, the name is a bomb scare, but the rhymes are certified to blow up anywhere. All you popcorns are bound to burn quickly when I start to change a Hulk out. But can you stay nice when the lights are hot? Can you perform to keep the energy warm up in the spot. Not the singing and dance to get popped a lot. I mean bringing advance to the top to rock. Really finding a base for good balance in the music and serving the taste for great talents. Producing the classics like Quincy Jones and proving it lasts and not once and blown. You're so flat and tired, lacking the attack and focus that's required to really grab minds in a fist. Hold them in a grip with the flow like this. Call me Emskee, the focused ambassador. It's always a blast for me to outlast characters. I'm so next best thing, nothing new about me, Jack. I'm in full swing.
I was a DJ on the world's longest running hip hop show, J Smooth's Underground Railroad, right here in New York, WBAI 99.5. I did that for 11 years. Actually followed in some huge footsteps. DJ Spinner, DJ AV used to do the show all the time up until I guess 1999 is when me and my man Monk One took over, and we were the residents there, you know, for 11 years, and that actually opened me up to a lot of you know, listeners in New York. We got to play whatever we wanted, and even from the Underground Railroad spawned another show called the Rare Radio Show, which we also did for 11 years sporadically. And that was basically, we just took, like, a lot of people play disco now, but you know, we got 5 hours of commercial free time on a New York radio station, a strong frequency where we could play whatever we wanted. And that also opened me up as a person as well, because it's like, here I am, I have the opportunity in New York to play on a strong frequency radio station in the middle of the dial, not being told what to play. And you know, I got a lot of respect from that over the years, actually. So doing a hip hop show and also doing a disco show, and then gigs spawning from that. So it was a really very important and fun time in my life, starting around 99, DJing wise in the city.
The music thing is it's an intangible monster. Some of us are caught by the bug. Others just, you know, claim they love music, but they don't really love music. This is a love of music. So just spinning all types of music, you know, disco, new disco, I call it hipster electro, hip hop, classic hip hop. I don't even know what to call it. Just stuff from all over the world, man. It's like whatever grabs me, whatever grabs my soul likes to explore. And it's like, you know, music is energy. And I don't know if anybody knows out there, Sun Ra. He believed in energy and communication through vibrations, through music. A lot of people thought he was crazy, but I mean, that's basically what music is. Why do you think everybody wants to be a DJ? You're not talking to people. You're sitting up there playing music and manipulating people's energy. That's a power.
I'm a giving person, but I'm also I can be very standoffish, because there are a lot of people in the business who don't deserve love, don't deserve attention, if you will. Like, you know, you hear this thing in hip hop, yo, spread love, but it's not all love. You know what I'm saying? People are always coming with the ulterior motives, ulterior angles, and like I'm kind of guarded, but at the same time, through the good people with my man the Saint, I like to make music that's going to make people think and make people feel good. I think there are enough MCs out there that scare the hell out of you. Wordplay is great, but I think adding a little bit of intelligence and awareness to your wordplay is always very important, because, you know, I want my son, because I have a son, Boston, who's 2 years old now, and, you know, I want him to experience everything, but at the same time, when he grows up and he's actually able to listen to the music that I've made, I want him to be, number one, proud of his dad. Number two, I want him to be able to listen to my stuff maybe, you know, 15 years from now, and be able to get stuff from it that I wrote, you know, back in 2000, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, I just really believe in making music and spinning music that's appealing to all ages, and not just get frozen in a specific box of, okay, he does this for this demographic of people, and that's it. I want my music to go beyond, and you know, me and Saint we've kept within the kind of golden age hip hop sound, but it's not a throwback. It's kind of like futuristic throwback. I don't know if it makes sense. If anybody's ever heard The Good People, if you haven't, go to The Good People. I think thegoodpeople.bandcamp.com and check out all our stuff over there. But it's really good music, man. And you know, I'm really proud of what we put together over the years. And
what's amazing about Emskee is his abilities on a turntable, his abilities as a DJ, you know what I'm saying, to create a vibe and an atmosphere, you know, live, and his abilities as an MC are just, like in my mind, unsurpassed, you know, and he's been doing this like fucking forever, and his fucking consistency, his delivery, his lyricism, his content. I think he's one of the most underrated, slept on, living legends of our time. So it's just a bug out, because I've been aware of him. But you know what I'm saying? Now I know him on a more personal level. And that's just fucking dope. So salute to Emskee. Hopefully you'll be hearing more from both of us in the future, you know? And do your research. Pick up some fucking good people music. Emskee and the same fucking...
Know your history.
From NJ to AK.
Know your history. That's very important.
Tapes, right? You got that down?
All right. Get them tapes for him.
And real quick, you know, I was talking to C Reality earlier. You know, it's a shame that a lot of people have forgotten or choose to push history to the side of hip hop. But, you know, there's a lot of rich history that people need to know in order for the culture to forward itself. You know, you know what? Matter of fact, I want to shout out a couple of heads that I actually talked to in the chat room. Phil G.
Yeah,
G the Knowbody. Phil.
He's in there getting that.
Sage is here. You know what I'm saying? Naima, what up? But everybody in the chat room, shout out to everybody that listens and supports Flip the Script, man.
We about to shout him out. We about to shout him out. On there.
You tuned in to Flip the Script, cause fuck all that other shit. Phil G the Knowbody. You're listening to Graystoke, Mateo, Dave Rock, and the one and only DJ C Reality. Get your bars up, cause I don't like them, motherfuckers.